Hello, hello, and welcome to a Bioshock Art stream, where we are going to make art for Bioshock to commemorate us finishing Bioshock. Hohoi! And I only just now realized I have not gotten Bioshock reference imagery. It'll only take a moment. Now, there's obviously a lot of directions I can take making the banner art for Bioshock, but I think there's an obvious direction that it should be taken. Like, I could make myself as a splicer, or dressed as a little sister, or, you know, anything like that, but there's something that I think is the most obvious thing I should do. And that is, hang on. Come on, copy the reference. That is... Oh, Jesus. This. I wonder if there's a better image of this. Hold on. Yeah, I just found a better one, like, immediately. Hold on. Come on. Sorry, I'm having trouble with getting the image. There we go. Hold on, let's go and delete Gormden Fromdman. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can't get more reference images of the Big Daddy standing in different ways. Oh, here's a very good image. It's not exactly the highest quality, but it's very helpful. And here's another image that will give me some different reference. Let me see if I can't get nicer versions of... Here we go. Here's an immediate better version of one of them. Hang on. And here's the other one. So yeah, we're gonna make Big Daddy me, because that's the most obvious direction to take this, because it's the most iconic image in the entire series aside from a little sister, and just putting me in a dress would be too simple. Very cool. Very nice. Now, this is gonna definitely be the tallest version. Hang on, let me see if I can't get a thing showing how tall a Big Daddy is. They're about 7 feet 2 inches tall. Try and see if I can't get an image of them standing next to a character. Let's see here, hold on. Oh, that would mean they're about a foot taller than me. Hang on. So real quick, how many pixels tall is this? 75 pixels. So hang on. I'm pulling out a calculator real quick to figure out how tall I've made the oh, well, this one's a bad reference because that's slightly taller because of the way I made it. Vault suit me is the best height. Which I made myself 72. Okay. 72 pixels tall. The height of me varies a little bit from piece to piece, but whatever. Oh, you know what I just realized? Hang on. Why are the feet not even on here? Oh, hold on. There we go. Alright, so 72 pixels divided by 6. Oh, okay. I made about every pixel is about 1 inch in height. So I'd want to make this version of me about 12 pixels taller. Although I'm double thinking. Maybe Big Daddy Me isn't the way to go, because, like... How do I make it distinctly me? Everything else I have had a little way that I can throw my hair on and stuff. A Big Daddy is a full costume. So, you know, yeah. Scratch my plan of doing Big Daddy Me. We are, in fact, gonna do Little Sister Me. Just because I think it would work better as part of the lineup. Because the Big Daddy Me would have nothing to distinguish it. Give me just a moment. Da 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 da. I'm just trying to get some good images of the little sisters. Here's image comparison of a little sister from Bioshock 1 and 2. I definitely prefer the dress style on the left. And the head shape. I think the little sister designs are definitely an upgrade in Bioshock 2. It feels like Burial at Sea tried to roll back a little bit to look more like the Bioshock 1 ones again, intentionally leaning into the different aesthetic they had. I think these are the only reference images I'm gonna use. I mean, it's a little girl in a dress. How much more reference imagery do I need? So obviously our starting base needs to be... fucking... this version of me. Barefoot, so let's just go ahead and steal the feet from over here. Go to the whip layer. Hang on. Doop, doop. Sprite layer. Steal those legs again. Whip layer. Dump. Oh, actually, hold on. That gives me my dress base, I just realized. Oh, that's actually fantastic. And so let's quickly actually go ahead and take the entire lower half of this version of me. And let's make some small changes. Or hang on. So, step 1, get the waist position to match. Or hang on. I'm gonna do that at the same time as trying to crunch the legs together a little more to have a less wide stance. Waist is still too high up because, yeah, if I'm going with this dress, which is the one I want to go with mostly, the dress tightens at the waist before flaring out. Hang on, we're just gonna roughing out the feel in here, you know? There we go. Oops. Let me go and look at the Little Sister wiki page again. I want to quickly look at what dress colors they come in. Because I'm debating if I want to match their existing dress colors or just go with my own thing, you know? I'd argue the most famous Little Sister in the series wears blue. Well, or black if you're looking at Burial at Sea. Yeah, at one point there's gonna be robotic Little Sisters. That's cool. There's gonna be present within the Minerva's Den DLC of Bioshock 2. Neat. Okay, here we go, I found some. In Bioshock 1, they came in blue, yellow, green, and purple. And in Bioshock 2, they came in red, pink, green, and purple. And then blue and black are also present in the series at separate points. For now, we'll stick with just a white color scheme. Yeah, and I'm definitely mimicking this style of dress here. Well, we'll stick with the black and white color scheme for now. Yeah. So it, like, is white for a moment before turning to another color. Also, the dress is definitely longer than the one I have here, so... let's see, I want 2 shades of black for now, because I'm sticking with a black and white color scheme. Maybe I've made... Yeah, I've definitely made the dress a little too long. Hang on, maybe it was the right length to begin with. Yeah, I guess it is the right length. It's just the stance I have myself in. Yeah, we're gonna go with, we're just using a black color scheme as a stand-in temporarily. That doesn't look quite right. That looks much better. And then you get sort of this little, like... this bit going on. I think I'm gonna go for sort of a mix. I'm now gonna switch to the style of the upper half of the Bioshock 1 dress. I think I like the idea of that. So we switch... We're gonna do, like... Hang on. Yeah, like this. And now let's steal a torso from one of mine as a base starting model. I feel like this death one is really old and doesn't give enough signs of being me. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and make a small little change to it. Just to make it feel more like it's associated with me. As a small little thing real fast. Hold on. Here we go. This is how I want to do this. There we go. I think that, and then that feels more right for death version of me. Nice little small change. Back to this. Alright, I was getting a chest for shape reference. You know what, hang on, let's just try and rough it out for now. Let's get the gray color then. Hold on. There we go. Oh, actually, hang on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rip a head up. In order to help me with getting my sense of scale. Hang on, I need to bring that down by 1 pixel, 2 pixels to get the positioning right. Bring this in by 1. Let's just stick with the scaling I'm doing right now and hope it looks good in the end. Alright. Is there a version of me that has a good collar? Oh, hang on. Let's, here we go. Give me your neck. Alright, yeah. So there's our sense of where the collar's gonna go. I need to widen this section by 1 pixel. Those run all the way up to the shoulders. Does something look off about the alignment of the neck? Ah, it's because the alignment of the neck is straight up off. There we go. Now it lines up right. Oops. And then there's this sort of design going on with the shape of the shirt collar. There we go. And they've got the buttons. Alright, and now one shoulder is torn and the other is not. Let's... Okay, hang on. How do I want myself positioned? I think I want to... I made the height too tall. Easy fix. There we go. You can go away now. So now for the arms, hold on, let's go with like a yellow. I want one hand to be sort of on the hip, and the other to be like that. So for on the hip, we got an easy enough reference. Because I do about 1,000,000 on the hip arms. Oops. Now let's make this look a little bit more natural. The elbow's too high and the angle of the wrist isn't quite right, I don't think. Hold on. Here's what I gotta do. Arms are always so hard for me. Just like this. I think that looks about right. And then reference layer back on. And let me go and look at the higher quality version of this image on the web page again. Yeah, that's like supposed to be a torn sleeve. So let's just go. A lot of the shading isn't being done on this yet, it's just getting the shape out. There we go. And then over here, I want the puffed out sleeve still. And then we're basically gonna copy and paste the bend we got here. Oops. Oops. Oh, oh, thank you for the raid. Hello. I appreciate. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting a raid. I'm just making artwork to commemorate my time with Bioshock. Putting myself in a little sister dress. Black and white right now because I'm just getting the shape out before I do color and shading. Thanks for the raid, Mizarkari? Mizarkari. There we go. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Alright, now let's rip. We've got all of the banner art representing different games I've finished. Hang on. We've got Portal 1 and 2, Death and Taxes, The Longest Sword, Pico Niku, Hearts of Iron, Old World Blues, Balefire Blues mod, World of Goo, Overcooked 2, Dishonored, Civilization, Ultimate Chicken Horse, Art Streams, Hearts of Iron, Old World Blues, as well as Fallout 1, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Turnip Boy, hang on. Turnip Boy, Minute, or Minute, I don't know how it's pronounced. Deltarune, which I didn't actually beat. That was, before the full release, and I actually had issues where my save got lost during a computer transfer. My GF makes me read Homestuck, me and I'm reading Homestuck. Unpacked, Night in the Woods, Outer Worlds. So no, Outer Wilds, Outer Wilds, and Outer Worlds, and Black Mesa. And now we're making the Bioshock representation from what, because I beat Bioshock not long ago. I need to steal a hand. Let's see here. I gotta think about what hand position. And let me get a reference of the little sister gun. Because now I gotta make a pixel art version of that. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Here we go. Atom syringe, or atom needle. Oh, Jesus. Visual glitch. Reference layer. Alright. Hang on. Let's... So, it's almost as long as their arm. I'm gonna be holding it up like that. Oops. I didn't realize that would do that. Hold on. Ah, shit. Hang on. Still way too big. This is just giving me an idea of a scale of all the parts. That... You know, that's still a little bit too big, actually. Because if we look... Just a little bit smaller would be right. So there we go. That's gonna give me an idea of what I'm aiming for. Alright. And I need a hand now, so let me steal one of the hands from the other Miis. The hand is going to be facing towards us. So let's steal Deltarune Mii's hand. Oops. 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 I did the whole canvas. What? No, I'm trying... Dude, just the part I'm highlighting. Where's... This, there we go. I was just being very dumb. Sorry, this is just getting a base. I'm not going to use this giant meaty hand. Hang on, So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a finger out on the trigger. That gives me a rough shape of what that's gonna... I just realized I attached the hand wrong, didn't I? hang on. Let's go back to before I... Alright, hang on. So everything that's from the other hand. Rotate. That's about the angle I want. No, okay, I had it right. Fuck. Oh well, now I can't go back. Feels like the hand is too big. So let's just crunch it in a little bit in a bunch of spots. That feels better. That's gonna be the trigger finger. Around the world. God, I love chat. I love the stupid shit in chat right there. Alright. Not looking great. I'll make the hand look better once I've gotten the gun looking right. Now, it's all made out of like a gray metal, so we're actually gonna go ahead and to have color consistency across a lot of my guys, steal the color from this one. So, looks like they're holding that part, so the hand guard would go completely around the hand. Hang on. And let's just map it out in red right now, actually. So, hang on. I definitely angled that wrong on the reference image. So, with how I'm holding it, it would be angled like this, kind of? Because they're holding it by, like, this little space right here, it looks like. Where are they holding it by? Hold on, I need to look at the higher resolution images on the web again. Yeah, they're holding it in the small space in between the yellow thing and the red thing. So if that's the angle of grip, it would be held in my hand something like that. Oh, that's weird looking. But we'll bend its shape a little bit as we go. We'll go ahead and let the needle be a little bit bigger than would be realistic to make it look look cooler. Ah, shit. So let's rough out the shape that I'm thinking. Let's use green, actually, because I need a color that will pop. Red. No. White. White will pop real good, I think. No, not really. God. The shade of gray this uses makes it really hard to... Yellow? Will yellow pop good? Kind of, but not really. A blue. That'll pop. There we go. So yeah, there's a... First off... Oh, I'm on the reference layer still. Alright, that's the pole that goes through my hand. And then we'd have the big yellow thing about here. Although it doesn't get much fatter for the yellow part, so we're actually not gonna... We're gonna do that. Alright, and then... Gonna have it go up one more, and we're gonna put the big old tank of Adam right here. And then I'm actually going to trigger finger my design here. We're going to have the guard go down around like this. And then, yeah, the needle will run all the way up to there. Alright. See, I've warped the reference image a little bit to make it look nicer, but I'm okay with that. So now we're gonna do this. Oops. We're gonna pull that shade of yellow. Hold on. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I think using this shade of yellow right... Oops. Why is it... Oh, I need whip layer, right. For that. And for right here. And then... It's supposed to be nice bright red. We're gonna rip Piku Niku red out. Actually, hang on. I did that shading all wrong if I want it to look... I think I want the more needly part to be a little bit longer. There we go. Alright. Now let's get... Now I gotta pick what actual color I want my dress to be. And I think we're gonna go with this shade of purple from the hat. So, yeah, with the puff I want to do, like, hint at the sort of shape it has. Hold on. Why are you going up in scale? I don't want that. I think I'm happy with that dress. Alright, now let's get a little bit more body shading going. Hang on. Let's figure out which side it's gonna be on real fast. Is it gonna be left or right? Well, hang on. If we go from the very corner of the heart all the way to the furthest pixel over here, we get a length of 527. If we do the same thing on the other side, we get a length of 492, so they're going to stay on this side in order to help with the balance a little bit. So then I want the lighting to create an effect something like... Ugh, God, lighting is so hard. I think I'm over shading is what I'm doing wrong. I think that's actually about good. Alright. So there's little sister me joining the ranks to represent the time we spent with Bioshock. Those of you watching the YouTube video, I will see you next time in the same day that this goes... Oop. Sorry. The same day that this goes up. Give me a second. Oh, hold on. I can actually... Let me get the updated art to show right here. Yeah! Our updated channel art. But yeah, the same day that this goes up on YouTube, you can expect to see episode of Hero Infinite, a crossover between Ace D'Angelo and the Moth. One that I personally think went quite well. A good chunk of character development for both of them, I think, and I'm excited for it leads their characters. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, next week starts the beginning of the series that replaces Bioshock on the same day, The Cult of the Lamb. So, be sure to swing by and check that out. Those on YouTube, I'll see all you later. Ta-ta!